सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचरा नीचोच्चभावं गतः
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचरा
मुक्तिर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
मुक्तिर्नैव सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
सख्यादित्रितयं प्रमाण अखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
यक्षादित्रितयं प्रमाण अखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम welcome Sridhar Katti sir, so you can start Sridhar sir.
Namaskara to
I will share
everyone.
the screen.
Please share one by one Subhashitas. So I had taken earlier one session in which we discussed about few Subhashitas. So today we will continue with more Subhashitas. Subhashitas, as I had told earlier, are sayings which have got very, very beautiful meanings that will work as a leading light for our life. Our ancestors have written their whole life's experience in the form of subhashitas, which are just 2-line sentences, and they convey a lot of the meaning. There is one saying in Samskrita, samsarasya katuvrakshasya dve phale amrutopame subhashita rasaswadam sangati sujane jani. This life is very difficult. That is compared to a katu vraksha, that is compared to a tree which is always giving bitter fruits. Now, but in this tree, there are two fruits which are very, very sweet. That is what it says. Samsarasya katu vrakshasya dve phale. Two fruits are very, very sweet. And the saying goes that out of these two fruits, one fruit is understanding the Subhashita. Subhashita Rasaswadam. Understanding the Subhashita, its meaning, which is like a nectar, which is like a Amrita. So that understanding is compared to very, very Amrita equivalent of portion in our life. So let us, so same thing in whatever is displayed, this Subhashita also is conveying the same meaning. I'll just read once. Draksha mlanamukhi jata sharkara chashmatam gata subhashita rasasyagre sudha bhita divangata. In this Subhashita, the swad or the sweetness, the importance, the highest value of Subhashita is to see Subhashita Rasasyagre, the meaning of the Subhashita, the understanding, the pleasure one gets by understanding the meaning of Subhashita, the calmness, progress, coolness one gets by implementing the ideas told in the Subhashita, that is called compared to this rasa. In the fruit, finally, its rasa is very, very important. So fruit is known for rasa. So all these Subhashitas meanings are called as rasas of Subhashita. In front of Subhashita's rasa, Draksha Mlanamukhi Jata. Sweetest grape also will put its face down in shade. because my sweetness is nothing compared to the sweetness of Subhashita Rasa. Sharkara Chashmatam Gata. We all see, for making jalebi, for making various sweets, our mothers make first what is known as paka, which is the uh, juice of sugar. By heating the sugar, the paka is made, and that is supposed to be very, very sweet and very, very tasty. Even that sharkara, that paka, chashmatam gata, when it tries to compare itself with the subhashitas, it gets hard, it in shape. So even the sweetest paka also will become hard when it is compared to the subhashita rasa. Finally, they say sudha bhita divangata. In front of the sweetness of subhashitas, even the actual nectar or actual amrit, sudha, also will run away to Swarga, not standing in front of the Sudha, in front of the Subhashitas. So this particular Subhashita is telling the importance, telling the value, telling the type of uh, sweetness or important say messages we are going to get from the Subhashitas. I'll just repeat once so that we can go to next. Draksha Vlanamukhi Jata Sharkara Chashmatam Gata Subhashita Rasasyagre Sudha Bhita Divangata. So this Subhashita tells us about the importance of the Subhashita. Next one. Now, this next Subhashita is very, very important and applicable in our life. I'll read it first. Sulabhaha Purusha Rajan Satatam Priyavadinaha Apriyasya Apriyasya Pathyasya Vakta Shrota Cha Durlabha. This Subhashita tells about whenever we interact with the society, interact with the people, interact, or whenever we have to take difficult decisions, what we should learn in this society. It says, Sulabha Purusha Rajan Satatam Priyavadinaha. Satatam Priyavadinaha. Always telling the things which are pleasurable to us. We get many Purushaha, many people, Sulabhaha. It is very easy to get people who tell the things which we want to listen, which we will be happy to listen. Something like our own praise, we like to listen. Suppose there is some danger and somebody hides it by not telling it correctly, we will be happy, we want to listen. Similarly, there are so many shortcomings in us, there are so many chances of improvements in us, or there are so many times we forget to look at very important aspects. All these things nobody tells us because it is very easy, Sulabhaha, to get people who always want to tell only the things which the person wants to hear. But being among such people is a loss for us because apriyasya pathyasya. The things which are not very happy for us to listen, which is comparable to the bitter medicine. Whenever we fall ill, the medicine or the injection which is given is bitter. But that is called as pathya when we are not ill. When we are ill, at that time we are not allowed to eat sweets, not allowed to eat fried things. But our mothers will tell, you have to follow the pathya, you can't eat. Similarly, suppose we are doing something wrong. People coming and telling on our face that this you are doing wrong. This method will, in the long run, is going to cause a harm. So when somebody tells us like that, we will become very unhappy because that kind of saying is apriya. We are not happy to listen straightforward things. We are not happy to listen about our shortcomings. We are not happy to listen about our mistakes. So, apriyasya cha patyasya. Therefore, in society, how the society has happened? Apriyasya patyasya vakta shrota cha durlabha. Both the people who tell unhappy things but good for one's life. Similarly, people who like to listen to straightforward talkings, like to listen to those sayings which will improve one's capability, give the ability to correct the mistakes, such apriya sentences, neither there are people who want to tell that, nor there are people who want to listen. This is today's society. If we sit back and think on this saying, that we will come to know that most of the time we are surrounded by the people who only tell what we like to hear. Even in schools, your friends will what they tell in front of you and what they talk about you in the back, both will be different. In the back, they will be telling the truth. What kind of fool this person is there? He thinks he's so intelligent. He tells me wrong sentences. He has not read that chapter. These kind of things they tell in the back, but in the front they tell you have told so nicely. Your the sentence was good. Your way of telling was good. Like this. So we have to understand in our society, people's behavior is twofold: what they tell you in front of you and what actually they mean are they. Because in this world, Sulabhaha Purushaha Rajan Satatam Priyavadinaha. Those who only tell the happy things or the things one want to listen, it is very easy to get such people. But though for our life, it will be very good if you have got friends who tell straightforward the things, even if we don't like to listen. Those are apriyasya cha patyasya vakta shrota cha durlabhaha. Such, even though such people who want to listen to the right things and the people who want to convey the bitter things are very durlabha, very rare. We should try to find out and make friends with such people who always are ready to tell, even if the unhappy in sentences, which will improve our life. So this is a very important sentence which we should understand about the society and the people we are surrounded. Next. This this Subhashita tells the importance of Bhagavad Gita. We all know in our Hindu culture, Sanatana Dharma, we were very fortunate to have our ancestors who were highly intelligent. They were understanding in all aspects, right from astrology, astronomy, to the life living and the true things, ethics, everything they were not. And all these knowledge they have for our benefit written down and documented in the form of Upanishads, Vedas, etc. Today also they are. Yes, we are very unfortunate. Indian education system has totally forgotten about these things. And because of whatever Britishers practiced and made the way of education system, just to have more and more slaves, more and more people who want to say only yes, sir, they have made that education system, because of which the wealth of knowledge, the real knowledge which will bring happiness every moment in everybody's life, which will show the correct way to live, correct path, which will make the people strong, brave, and take decisions, and which will make the people to make new discoveries both in science, in finance, all fields. Those aspects which are embedded in the Vedas, Upanishads are not exposed to everyone. But for us, what is very important, even though we may not have the opportunity to read all Vedas and Upanishads, there is one very important book, which is Bhagavad Gita. That is very, at least everybody in his life or her life should read the Bhagavad Gita. The people say every time you read the Bhagavad Gita, it gives different meaning. It gives new meaning. It gives new ideas, and for your poor calmness, for your progress, for the happy life. Now, how this same thing, the importance of Bhagavad Gita is told in this. Sarvopanishado gavaha dogdha gopala nandanaha partho vatsa sudhi bhokta dugdham Gitamrutam mahat. What is Bhagavad Gita? See, if all the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas are compared to a cow, Sarvopanishado Gavaha, all the knowledge of the Sarvopanishada is like a cow. Now, from this cow, Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha, Gopala Nandanaha Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna Paramatma has milked, Dogdha has removed the milk from this cow. What is the cow? Cow is all Upanishads, Vedas, their knowledge is the cow. From this cow, the Sri Krishna has taken out the milk, which is the Sara of all the Upanishads and Vedas. He has taken it out. He has milked the cow. While he was milking it, Partho Vatsaha Sudhi Bhokta. That milk was equal to Sudha. Sudha is Amrita. Topmost quality of sweetness, health, and the pleasure. All combination we cannot imagine because we will not get the chance to taste the Amrita. But Amrita is the topmost thing. This Amrit, this milk of the cow, which the Sri Krishna Paramatma has taken out, has been drunk by Arjuna, Partha, Partho Vatsaha. Partha has almost become the calf of the cow, a small child of the cow. As the milk was being taken out, Partha drank it. It was equivalent to the Sudha. Then Gita, Dugdham Gitamrutam Mahat. That milk is Bhagavad Gita. Amrita, which is equivalent to Bhagavad Gita. Dugdham Gitamrutam Mahat. Mahat, it is the top. So, from this Subhashita, we should understand that even though it is humanly impossible to study it is possible, but our environment is like that we were forced to study science, maths, English, not the Vedas and Upanishads. Doesn't matter. Please understand that the Sara of all these very, very precious granthas of our Hindutva and culture are taken out in the form of a very simple, small book, that is Bhagavad Gita. It's our duty. It will be our pleasure. It will be a great help, great favor we are going to do on ourselves if we read Bhagavad Gita and try to understand. Sarvopanishado gavaha dogdha gopala nandanaha partho vatsaha sudhihi bhokta partho vatsaha sudhi bhokta dugdham gitam mahat. Next. If time is there, I'm not seeing the time. We'll see the time.
We'll continue in the continue in the next sessions.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So please see the time when I'm talking. I thought.
Yeah, another 3 are there. So
Dhanyavad everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Sridhar sir. Ashwish, you can start the ending prayer.
Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama.
Hari Sarvottama,
Vayu Jivottama.
Shriman Madhvamate Hari Parataraha Satyam Jagat Tattvato
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिः सत्यं जगतो
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचरा नीचोच्च भावङ्गता
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचरा भावङ्गता
मुक्तेर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
मुक्तेर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला
सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
यक्षादित्रतयं प्रमाण अखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
प्रमाण अखिलावेद्यो
हरिः
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
हरि सर्वोत्तम
सर्वोत्तम वायुजीव